Hello and welcome back to Retrospective, guys. In the ninth part of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Retrospective, we will take a look at the files and hidden storylines within the game. With that said, this is Daniel from Retrohaven and welcome to another episode of Resident Evil 3 Retrospective. Jill's Diary. This is one of the files that you might not be familiar with, but it's very important for the people to be able to link Resident Evil 1 to Resident Evil 3. As we have discussed in Resident Evil 1 videos, we know that the events of the Spencer Mansion took place on the 23rd and 24th of July 1998. And when it comes to the diary, we will cover what Jill was thinking after around 2 weeks since the start of the incident. So, let's see what this file is all about. August 7th. 2 weeks have passed since that day. My wounds have been healed, but I just can't forget it. For most people, it's history now, but for me, whenever I close my eyes, it all comes back clearly. Zombies eating people's flesh, and the screams of my teammates dying. No, the wounds in my heart are not healed yet. August 13th. Chris has been causing a lot of trouble recently. What's with him? He seldom talks to the other police members and is constantly irritated. The other day, he punched Elron of the boys' crime department just for accidentally splashing Chris's face with coffee. I immediately stopped Chris, but when he saw me by, just gave me a wink and walked away. I wonder what happened to him. August 15th. Midnight. Chris, who has been on a leave of absence for a vacation, called me, so I visited his apartment. As soon as I walked into the room, he showed me a couple of pieces of paper. They were part of a virus research report entitled as simply as G. Then Chris told me that the nightmare still continues. He went on and said that it's not over yet. Ever since that day, he has been fighting all by himself, without rest, without even telling me. August 24th. Chris left the town today to go to Europe. Barry told me that he would send his family to Canada, and then he would follow Chris. I decided to remain in Raccoon City for a while because I know that the research facility in the city will be very important to this entire case. In a month or so, I'll be joining with them somewhere in Europe. That's when my real battle begins. So, as you can see, these files are showing that Jill was struggling within herself. But when she saw that her friends are still following the case, she decided to join them. But she decided to stay inside the Raccoon City to cover the incident from the inside. She had a hunch that the factory of Umbrella has something to hide. But the only thing that she didn't see was the zombie outbreak that would happen in less than 1 month of his last entry inside the diary. The next file we want to take a look at is the written order to supervisors. You will find this file around the park area, and it shows what are the motivations of the supervisors sent by UBCS. The file is like this. Mission requirement Bravo 16. Obtain and secure sample of all information pertaining to this case. Observe and record combat data on UBCS. 2. Destroy all evidence including the medical facility that has the medical treatment data. 3. Check the Guinea Pig's ability to accomplish the mission. Once your mission is complete, evacuate the area. Remember that you must not help anyone who is not a supervisor, nor bring anything back that might be traced to where it belongs. Well, this file has a lot to say in a very short note. First of all, what the hell is Guinea Pig? My guess is that they are talking about Nemesis itself. Yes, they thought of Nemesis as a guinea pig, one of the best samples of their experiment, and the way they look at everything, people, their products, everything in between. And on the other hand, it clearly shows why Nikolai is killing everyone and leaving everything behind, why he blew up some places, why he destroyed other places, why he tried his best to kill his comrades. These are the final parts of connecting the dots together to see a bigger picture and see why these things happen. That's why this is one of the most important files in the whole game. The third file that we want to take a look at is Dario's memo. Dario is the first person you will see inside the gameplay. Yes, he is the scared guy who locks himself in a container at the beginning of the game. But if you have the time and get back to his place after you have finished with the police station, then you might be able to see some surprising thing. He has finally left the container, but the zombies were able to find and kill him. If you go and search inside the container, you will find his memo as well as some gunpowders. So let's see what the file has to offer. I can't help but wonder if anyone will read these words, but writing them will help me maintain my sanity if nothing else. After I've become a meal for those undead monsters, will the GIs responsible for sealing off the town laugh upon discovering my corpse? So, is this how it's supposed to end? I don't want to die. I'm just not ready. My wife, daughter, mother, my entire family has been killed. But none of that matters anymore. Right now, my life is the only important thing. That's all that matters. I never would have pictured my end to be like this. I had so much left to do. Rather than becoming a salesman, I should have tried my hand on being a novelist. It's what I've always wanted. But my mother would only tell me, you have a long way to go. Why did I ever listen to her? But this looks like the end for the great Dario Rosso, novelist extraordinaire. Cut down before his prime. Well, this shows a lot about the personality of the Dario. First of all, he did not care about anyone. And it shows that his mother suppressed his dreams since the young age. Yes, he did not care that his family died. He only thought about his life. But in the end, he remembered all his dreams. And all he had was regrets. But not for leaving his wife and daughter to get killed out there, but for not reaching his dream before dying. Well then, that was a long one, but I have enjoyed creating it. And I hope that you have enjoyed the video as well. If you did, please like and share this video with your friends, because we like to have a lot of more awesome audiences such as yourself. And please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. With that said, this is Daniel from Retro Haven. Peace and out.